I blew up a type beat channel in just under 3 months, and today I'm going to show you exactly everything that I did so that you can also find success in your beat selling journey. Of course, we're going to talk about things that you guys have probably already heard, but there are 3 specific things that created the recipe for my channel blowing up, and I've hardly heard anyone talk about this. So be sure to stick around for the whole video because I'm going to be dropping some insane sauce. First off, I'm going to show you guys my credentials, show you my analytics just to prove that I'm not bullshitting you guys. In the last 28 days, my channel's gotten 226,000 views and I've gained 1.3k subscribers. You see at the beginning of June, I was barely getting any views, and then bam, it just slowly started gradually increasing, and now I'm getting like 15-20k views a day. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and lay the groundwork of everything that you need to even determine if your channel is going to be able to blow up. And you need to start by making sure you have selected a niche. And no, I don't mean going to find an artist that is relatively unpopular, because I think that's BS. My channel blew up off of posting Gunna type beats. Cyfall's channel blew up just posting ASAP Rocky type beats. Control blew up a channel just posting hard trap type beats, which is like the largest niche on the internet. All of that is to say that the algorithm has changed, and you don't need to niche down to an unpopular artist to have your channel blow up. Most important thing is that you stick to one artist and you're not posting multiple artists. If you want to post multiple artists, you need to have multiple channels for that. And you may ask, well, how am I going to post a beat every day on multiple channels? Well, you don't really need to post a beat every day. I started off by posting a beat every other day, and I saw just the same amount of growth as I did posting a beat every day. So the importance is that you are consistent and you're focusing on quality over quantity. So you've got to make sure that your beats aren't doo-doo fart. You need to go look at the other producers in your niche and make sure that your beats are on the same level as theirs. If they're not, that's okay, but don't expect your channel to blow up right away. It might take a little bit longer of you perfecting your craft, but I would still recommend posting beats every day. Even if you think your beats are ass, still post those beats, because just the act of posting them for an audience is going to make you work harder on perfecting your craft. So we've laid out the groundwork, and now we're going to get into the actual SEO optimization. First things first, you just want to make sure to have simple titles. This beat right here is at 44k views, and it's just titled Free Gunna Type Beat and Distance, the title. So don't do something like Free Gunna X Young Thug X Future type beat and have a title that's like 3 words. You probably just want to have a shorter title and not be like this guy over here. No hate, but it's Metro Boomin X Travis Scott X 21 Savage. That beat is probably going to have a rough time blowing up, so I would definitely recommend sticking to shorter titles. Next thing, which I don't think is super important necessarily, but definitely will get your videos recommended next to the same people in your niche, and that is having the tags that directly correlate with your with the artist that you're going for. So if you don't really know what tags to put on there, you don't need to do the keyword research or anything. I don't really think any of that matters. Just find another artist that's popular, like for instance, oh wait, that's me. And just go in their tags and copy their tags and put the same tags on your video. I don't think it matters that much. Now, something that I think you need to start doing, which a lot of type beat producers are doing this now, is taking like 5 seconds of a music video and looping that. And how do you get that attached to your beat? Well, there's a really easy to use free software called DaVinci Resolve, and all you'll need to do is make sure the tagged MP3 of your beat is exported, and you'll find the portion of the music video that you want to use on loop. Just make sure it's not over 10 seconds for copyright reasons. Shit. DaVinci Resolve can look really confusing, but just go down here to this 3rd tab here and take the music video that you have looped. You'll just drag it in here, and you can just remove the audio for it just by clicking on it or right clicking and delete selected. You can also hit backspace, I guess. And then you'll just take the MP3 of your beat, drag it in here under that video and line them up. And once that's said and done, just go over here to the export page. Type in your beat title just to make it easier when you go to upload. Select the correct location here. Then click add to render queue. And I already had one in there, but add to render queue, render all. That creates the video for your YouTube. So I would definitely recommend using the music videos because I think it can contribute to your retention rate, which is a huge factor of whether or not your video will blow up. And we'll get into that in a moment. So the next recipe for a successful type beat channel is obviously the thumbnails. You don't want to overcomplicate them, but you do want them to look similar to what is currently popular, which is the black bars and the artist picture. What I did to increase my click-through rate from below 5% up to 10% was I added this parental advisory logo here in the bottom. The thumbnail is really easy to make. What I do to get all these pictures, first off, you open Canva, and there will be a YouTube thumbnail template and an Instagram post template, and just have both of those open. Make the background of the YouTube thumbnail black, and then you can find a lot of pictures for your artist here on Pinterest that are really fire. Like mine already just have Gunna on here by default. So then you'll drag that picture here into the square and export it. And you'll drag the square in here, get it all lined up and export that. And I had the parental advisory in here as well. So these thumbnails have been consistently getting like a 10% click-through rate. So I do think it's important to make sure to have a similar thumbnail style to other people in your niche. Just make sure they look appealing. Pay close attention to your analytics because you don't really want to have a click-through rate that's below 5%. Now, starting off, the YouTube algorithm will have to make sure your videos are getting recommended in the correct niche, and that may not happen at first, so you might experience a lower click-through rate because of that. But once YouTube finds the correct niche for you, your click-through rate should get higher, and that way you can start experimenting with what things you can add or take away from your thumbnail to just increase it. Retention and click-through rate are the biggest things that have made my YouTube channel blow up. So when shooting for a good retention rate, you want it to be over 50% of your video. And how do you do that? The first thing that changed my trajectory by a long slide was all my beats were around 3 minutes long, and I decided to shorten them to around 2 minutes to see if it would increase my retention rate. And obviously it did. Right here I had a video 104,000 views, and it's 2 minutes and 18 seconds. So to get people to stick around half the beat, the first thing you want to do is have like a 30-second intro. 30-second intro, then the beat drops, then they got to listen to the beat and feel it out a moment. By that time, they're already close to the 1 minute mark, which is halfway through your video. So if you have that higher retention rate, YouTube is going to keep pushing your video out to other people. And those are literally the 3 things that made my channel blow up way faster than I think it should have. So here are some stats that are going to lead us into our next point. Usually I get around 1 website visitor per 1,000 views on a video. That definitely varies, but that's the stat that I kind of found based off of my views and my Google Analytics, which you should have connected to your pro page. Now, of those website visitors, out of 100 website visitors, only 1 person will make a purchase on average, and this goes for the entirety of e-commerce. My point with bringing those stats up is that you can also take advantage of the 99 people that aren't going to buy a beat on your store, and that is through creating the very much hated email list. So for instance, here's how I capture people's emails. Now this is a website template that I purchased through Heat, so it's not the BeatStars Pro page, but I'll show you how that looks as well. So here under my beat player, I have the lead magnet, which gathers people's emails, and it is 30 free beats delivered straight to your inbox. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but they're obviously not free beats. They're going to be tagged, and you'll have the free license agreement in there. letting them know that they can't make profit off of it. But I do get a lot of emails through this. You can do the same thing on your BeatStars Pro page. First, you want to go over here to integrations. Make sure that your MailChimp is connected to BeatStars. That way they can automatically tag all your customers based off of how you obtain their email. So going here to the BeatStars Pro page, which I still do have. I don't know why it didn't come up, but you can add the option for a pop-up once they get to your website. That's where you can put those 30 free beats. Another way you can get emails is through the free downloads, which you definitely need to have those enabled. And then what you can do is add all these people to your email list, nurture them up, get them ready for a sales campaign, which is going to increase your odds of getting more sales. I do have a video on how to set it up through MailChimp, which I will link in this video, but I have migrated to using ConvertKit because I joined Heat's marketing community, and using their email template has definitely increased my open rates and my conversion rates. So if you're interested in getting their email marketing template, I'll leave a link down below because it helps me out, and it makes it a lot easier to get that all set up because it's literally a copy and paste. So now you've maximized your sales potential by taking advantage of those customers that aren't going to purchase a beat from you. So that's a recipe for more sales. And the awesome thing is that once you hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, which I just hit a couple days ago, you'll then be monetized. So you'll also make passive income based off of the amount of YouTube views that you're getting. And now another thing that I would recommend to increase your sales potential, which is very important, is making sure your socials are linked in your description. Because I've made a lot of sales just based off of people on IG DMing me with a question pertaining to one of the beats. And just for answering that question in the DMs, they go buy my beat. So definitely make sure your IG is linked in your description so that people can ask you questions about licensing and whatnot. Because it has surprisingly gotten me many sales just from people hitting me up on IG, which they are coming from my YouTube videos. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do to increase sales, like having bulk deals and offering discounts. But most importantly, what we're trying to do is get our type beat channel to blow up first. So that's what I would focus on. Don't focus too much on the website discounts and the email marketing stuff. Just put most of your time into blowing up that type beat channel, because that's what will get your foot in the door to making money as a producer. Just make sure to be constantly looking at your YouTube analytics to optimize your video's potential for blowing up. Just look at that retention rate and the click-through rate. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I truly think that if you guys follow this to a T, that you can definitely maximize your potential of blowing up on YouTube. It's pretty much just essentially taking advantage of the algorithm to increase your odds of blowing up. A lot of people say it's luck, which some of that is true, but there are definitely ways to optimize your potential for blowing up. So yeah, if you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below, or you can hop in the Discord and ask them in there. I always try to respond to them as soon as possible. And if you have any other video ideas for the future, definitely let me know in the comments below, because now that I'm doing this full time, I'm gonna have a lot more time to work on this YouTube channel. So it's good to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like and a subscribe, and I think that's all for today. So peace out.